I have some great news for fans of Buckyballs. The popular desktop toys are legal again after winning a court case against federal regulators. In 2012, the Obama administration's Consumer Product Safety Commission, or CPSC, waged war on the company after toddlers started swallowing the magnets and going to the emergency room, ER, despite clear warnings about risk to children and pets. The company, which was making millions, fought back, running ads in various publications, including an open letter to President Obama in the Washington Post. CEO Craig Zucker felt the CPSC wanted to ban anything that poses risk, telling Esquire the CPSC's argument is that warnings don't work. If that's the case, then we need to think of all the current products on the market that are intended for adults that come with warning labels: laundry detergent pods, adult-size ATVs, balloons. But federal regulations prevailed and Buckyballs were banned. Now, 4 years later, after a victory in court, they're back, but with a new name: Balls by Bucky. So, Gavin, what do you think of these things? These are a great item. I was following this case. What do you?
Well, it just sounds like America finally has the courage to give us our novelty toy back.
I see. It's true. Jessica,
It kind of writes itself.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Jessica, the Buckyballs, do you think they are dangerous to children, but shouldn't adults be able to keep Buckyballs on their desk?
I guess so. I had no idea what these were.
You've never heard of Buckyballs?
No.
I think everyone else on our panel has no Buckyballs.
I've been doing stand-up for over 2 decades. I don't have a desk, so I don't play with anything on my desk.
That's right.
I write jokes in my car in a bar when I'm drunk.
You know what? Some people like these for the dashboard of their vehicle. Buckyballs.
No.
What's
I have
the
lozenges,
point?
and when I drive drunk, I can cover it up.
Okay, so what kind of a lozenges cover it up?
The red ones, the cherries. Yeah, my friend's a lawyer, says use these, pop right away as soon as you get the
You go to law school, you come out, you're like, use the red ones. Cherry, they can't smell.
Don't tell anyone I told you that. It's a secret.
But Gavin,
yes.
I guess in most cases you're against regulation, but you also have children. So where would you stand on the Buckyballs controversy?
Jokes, puns aside.
Yes.
You know what the danger is with magnets, right? If you swallow one, it goes in your intestines. Then you swallow the other one, and when they meet, going through all the paths, they get stuck together, and now nothing can get down, and you can't eat, and we got to operate on you. That's why pets can't have them.
And kids, same thing.
Yes.
It's true. The kids were having serious gastrointestinal problems.
They might, right. But it's a very infinitesimally small chance you're going to end up there. So no, the government doesn't regulate that. We'll handle our magnet buying, thank you. And thank you for liberating us and allowing us to have something else. So much of the government planning and all this liberal ethos is based on these really, really tiny chances, these hypotheticals, and we all live in perpetual fear.
But if we can save people from the tiny chance that your kid gets 3 Buckyballs stuck in their intestinal system and can't go to the bathroom or get them out.
Okay, well, what do you say to this, Jessica?
So if we could just save one life.
What if it's a baby McKinnis?
Yes, let's bring my children into it, make me irrational. So now I agree. You know what your argument
That's what liberals do, and we win.
They make you maniacal because they say, what if your daughter was murdered? And all of a sudden you're going, oh, okay, make the magnets go away.
Well, I think I got to go to Nick.
Well, I don't know. I guess I would be anti-regulation in most cases, but he didn't invent anything. These are just magnets.
They're magnets, yeah.
He didn't invent magnets.
But he produced them, and he had a whole warehouse full of them.
I don't care. I don't know. And how have you been following this legal battle this entire time?
Because several years ago...
This is like the legalized weed movement for people.
These were hot sellers.
Yeah.
And people loved, they would while away the hours.
Hot sellers for how long? Like a week, like Pokemon for like a week?
He's got 9 of them in his small intestine.
I got to be honest, I've never heard of them either.
You never did?
No. Maybe it's a
Had you really, or your writers told you?
Listen, when they were banned, I thought it was a great injustice because the company they were making big money. And it was a fad, but they were making money hand over fist, and all of a sudden they came in and said, you got to take it. They were in every toy store in America. So I think,
why can't he sell them? Because it's a danger to everything's a danger.
Well, he can now.
What do you think of the
everything is a danger.
He made a great argument, Jim. that you'd have to ban everything, including those detergent pods, which kids are eating like candy now.
Yeah, I mean, look, a kid could put anything in his mouth, but if he's putting 3 magnets in a row in his mouth, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
After one, you got to go.
No,
that probably
true,
wasn't a good idea.
Especially with a
and
baby.
then you swallow it down with 2 more, then you know what? You're on your own.
I just
totally
think
true.
they should have to wait until they're 18 before they're allowed to swallow a bunch of magnets and kill themselves.
Exactly. Okay, let it. Forget the regulations.